Andrew Harding, BBC News, Somalia.
Well, let's go live to Mogadishu, and Wafaa Saeed is UNICEF's representative in Somalia. Thank you for joining us. It's a very harrowing report that we've just broadcast there. The government, has it actually declared famine, and what difference will that make?
Actually, thank you, Gita, for having me. Actually, we have had a projection for parts of Somalia in Bay region. There was a projection of famine that it would take place from October to December. Right now, there are new data being collected, and we're expecting to see the result in the coming days. But what I want to say is that we are not waiting for a declaration of famine, because at the time when a famine is declared, it's too late. Last time, 2011, when the famine was declared, already by that time, 260,000 people, half of them children, have died. And I think now, this time, in 2021, 2022, we have seen a larger area impacted by this devastating drought that's brought by a climate crisis. And also this time, the severity and the duration is more. So we could risk, even without declaration of famine, seeing a larger number of people dying.
What needs to happen now?
Right now, I think the agencies, UNICEF and our partners working with the government, what's happening now is that we are scaling the humanitarian assistance. What is required is to provide life-saving assistance at scale and in a sustained manner. I think we have, in UNICEF, we worry there is 500,000 children under 5 that are projected to be severely acutely malnourished. And this means that every one of these children is at risk of dying 11 times more, especially if they catch something like measles or they get diarrhea. And that's why, for example, last week, UNICEF, together with WHO and the Ministry of Health, we have launched a nationwide campaign to vaccinate all children against measles and against polio. So what is required now is that to provide additional resources to Somalia. I think some donors have stepped up, especially the US over the past months. I think we need to scale up the assistance. Right now we are prioritizing, and also we need to invest in longer-term support, because people have lost their livestock, they have lost their crops, and they need to regain their livelihoods. We also need to invest in water sources and the long-term response. And now, as people are meeting in COP27 in Egypt, I think we would really like to see investment in climate funding to support the response in Somalia, where people have contributed the least to the climate crisis, yet that they are suffering the most. So we need to scale up the response very quickly and to scale.
Okay, sorry to cut in. We're just running out of time, but thank you very much indeed for joining us. It's obviously an incredibly important and urgent crisis there that needs addressing. Wafaa Saeed from UNICEF in Somalia, thank you.